A jouster is technically 2 units, right? You've got the horse and you've got the knight. So I'm curious, if we use just one jouster and they get hit with a bunch of Cupid arrows, would they begin to love one another? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And for today's episode, we got a big update from Landfall. Like, not only have they introduced simulations, which practically doubled the number of maps in the game, and it looked completely different from the campaign and the sandbox and everything that we've seen before, but they've also introduced a new secret unit, which is clearly where we need to start. It took me a couple of minutes to find it, because I wasn't really sure what I was looking for, but now I don't really know what I'm looking at, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it looks like Cupid's bow. Cupid isn't exactly known for being much of a fighter. He's just a giant winged baby. It is Cupid. A giant winged Gumby now, I guess. Why would they give him a fully formed adult body and yet keep him in the diaper? Like, there's something really off-putting about this unit, but I have to test him out anyway, so we're gonna see what happens when Cupid fights half a dozen hobbits. And once again, that's something that I did not think I would say when I woke up this morning. He shoots smooth sax music and makes them make out with one another. Oh, what? Oh, that might not be making out. That might be a Hobbit BJ right there. Is that a sucking noise? Oh my God. I need to try this out against everything. Now, some of you might find this hard to believe, but Snuffy is an endangered species. We need to get them banging ASAP. They need to start pumping out babies or they could go extinct. So, in all reality, we're doing them a favor by making them rub tusks. I can't believe that works. If we shoot them enough, are they going to flip over and start pounding pissers? I don't think I want to see those two round bodies intertwined. Oh God, she's presenting herself. No, this was more than I bargained for. Take it back, take it back. We're gonna give the two Snuffies some privacy and try something a little different. I instinctively wanted to try Ice Giant on Ice Giant, but then I realized it would be way funnier if we did Ice Giant on Halfling. If you weren't a Halfling before, you're definitely gonna be ripped in Halfling soon. Oh, get him, big guy. You got this. I'm afraid to turn around. He's definitely wearing him like a sock right now. Oh, how are you guys doing? Oh, yup, that is really something else. I don't even care about the simulation anymore. If this update could have just been Cupid, it would have been more than enough. I'm already crying laughing and we're like 3 battles in, maybe. Oh, that is gonna be the weirdest baby ever. Now that I think about it, Cupid is actually a really strange unit. Like, the only other flying unit in the game is Valkyrie, but they swoop down so anybody can fight them. If you're a ranged unit and you're flying, then nobody can really fight you. I don't even know if the tanks can aim up, but I am curious if we can make 2 tanks bang. Oh my God, it even works on the tanks. What do you mean? So 1 Cupid can take down a tank. All you gotta do is hit it with a love arrow and, oh. Maybe Da Vinci is trying to bang his tanks? It doesn't look like the 2 tanks are interested in one another, but there's definitely something kinky going on in there. When this tank's a-rockin', don't come a-knockin'. Like, it's so broken and perfect. Did we lose a Cupid? Those cannonballs are still coming bursting out. I don't actually know how lethal Cupid is the problem. Maybe they'll have a heart attack from all the banging. I don't want to stay and find out. I don't want to see what happens once this thing finishes. A jouster is technically 2 units, right? You've got the horse and you've got the knight. So I'm curious, if we use just one jouster and they get hit with a bunch of Cupid arrows, would they begin to love one another? In a very unique way. I have never seen a horse do that many backflips. I think they're finished though. I'm like 99% sure that the longship itself is a unit. It's got eyes, it's blinking, so it should be alive. So if we shoot the longship, is it gonna try to kiss all of the people riding it? Some good potential to break the game. I am very interested in how many backflips I can make these boats do. Everything just breaks. That's all it is. If you get rid of the hearts and you just make Cupid a random angel with an arrow, the arrow hits, the unit explodes. It just loses its mind. They just wrapped it in romance to make it seem a whole lot less diabolical. Guys, those paddles are for water, not for bums. No spanking, give it up. I feel like I could make an entire video screwing around with Cupid, but I really should move on to the rest of this update. So before we do that, we're gonna try Cupid versus Cupid, because I'm dying to know what happens when the love gets spread around. Okay. Yeah, I extra don't like the diapers now. No, that's not okay. That's weird. I'm not trying to kink shame anybody, but at the same time, there's gotta be some kind of line drawn on the battlefield, right? The arrows are lethal though, or maybe the kisses and the humping is, I don't really know. So we'll start things off with bridge battle, and you see what I mean? It's unlike anything we've really experienced in tabs before. And they're definitely not screwing around. We've got a narrow little bridge to cross, but we're gonna be immediately trampled by jousters, followed by phalanx, followed by balloon archers? What's the strategy here? What could I possibly put on this bridge that won't get immediately run over? Oh, they gave us the secret units, really? Oh, you can't stampede us if you're doing backflips. I won't use Cupid all the time, I promise, but I have to see it used in an actual battle, right? You guys are just gonna breakdance your way off the bridge. There we go, wonderful. Moving on, Cupid, how does your love do against shields? It does very well. How do you do against balloons? Probably not so well. They're all just loving themselves off the bridge. It's wonderful. You guys doing fine up there? You can still shoot in the air. I think these balloon archers need some love. Come on now, just spread the spirits. There we go. You only need to hit a couple and they'll kind of ruin one another. Easily the best unit in the game. And I don't just mean funny, I mean effective. What do you do to counter Cupid? It turns your own army against you. Moving on to a simulation called Row, which looks very similar to the last one, except this time they have guardrails, so I can't just make everybody backflip to their death. Which is probably fine because it looks like they have samurai. I would imagine that the samurai can deflect love arrows. And they also have musketeers in the back. Row of hobbitses seems easy enough. Kind of, I don't really know. Like, the problem is, there's so many units in this game now, the possibilities are endless. Like, if the developers have one certain idea in mind for how you can beat the level, finding that idea is practically impossible. You just gotta throw a bunch of dinosaurs against the wall and hope for the best. Right, the raptors should work well here. They're fast, they're melee, so they can't be deflected. Yeah, I like it. They'll close the distance, they'll get on top of those musketeers. The first few are definitely gonna get shot, but they'll also get the tastiest hobbit meat. Come on, guys, you gotta move forward. We don't want any piles. You can't slow down. Oh, the samurai ruined everything. Crap. We've come up with some kind of strategy, but I don't know if it's a good one. I'm gonna put a couple of protectors there to hopefully draw all of the rifle fire. They'll never get the chance to reload. I want them to protect a pirate queen, because she can definitely take out that horde of samurai. And then in the back, I'm thinking maybe squires? I just need somebody to get in there and kill those riflemen once we've cleared the way. Hopefully this works. You guys don't need to do anything other than get shot. Don't let the pirate queen get shot. Okay, good. They all fired and she's alive. That's what matters most now. She should be able to take care of all these idiots, right? Just spin kick them and then bombs. Great, wonderful. Now keep on moving. If she gets shot, that's all right. We got one squire left. Crap. Okay, I thought we had more squires. Don't get shot. Don't get shot. I take it back, please. Don't get shot. Oh, come on. Look, this is the kind of inbred idiot that beat you. So I've taken a couple of minutes to think about it, and I've realized we should not be using units back here, like first and foremost, because that just gives the musketeers more time to reload, and they do not deserve to get multiple shots off in a battle. We need to be on top of them right away. But the second thing is, these hobbits are really suspicious. Like, they're perfectly spaced out, and it makes me think I should probably be using Zeus. There's a good chance that he'll be able to chain lightning through each of them and then hit all of these guys in the back. But the problem is he's gonna get shot to pieces, and there aren't really any units that can stop a musket shot. I'm also mildly concerned that Zeus is gonna shock his own teammates in the butt, but it's a worthy sacrifice if he can actually get a few bolts off. Come on, Zeus. You got this. Yes, exactly like that. One good bolt is all it takes. I don't think the musketeers got to fire off any shots there. Perfect. It's like I said, sometimes the developers have a certain idea in mind, and you need to try to find it to beat the level. But the possibilities are just infinite. Like, there's so many units that coming to Zeus would take hours unless you really sit down and just think it out. Now, this is a very different one. We have a simulation called Maze, where the enemy is made up of shotguns and ninjas and halberds. That is pretty brutal, especially at close range. I'm thinking I want to try skeletons. What if we flood the maze with skeletons? Because if we spook them, there's a chance they'll either run out of the maze and off the edge of the map, or they just won't be able to kill all of us. Like, that's a lot of skeletons. I really like these type of maps. It just completely changes the dynamic of the game. Guys, why are you all following one another? No. Oh, they have shields. I completely forgot they have shields. So shotguns and ninjas don't do a lot against them. The axes do. The axes do a lot. You gotta spook them, guys. Come on. That did not go according to plan at all. I said that I wouldn't rely entirely on Cupid for this episode, so I'm not gonna make them suck each other, but maybe we can do the sucking? What if we try vampires? Like, they could rush them in the maze as bats and then pin them all down? I find that very few units in this game have a good matchup against the vampires. It's so hard to see what's happening right now, but I think it's good things. Oh yeah, it's definitely good things. I'm hearing a whole lot of drinking. The halberds are kind of smushing you guys as you're on the ground feeding. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I wonder what would happen if we cheated. No one said that we can't place units up here. And if they're bombs, then I would imagine we can just blow up everything in these narrow corridors. That should be pretty decent. Maybe, unless you guys are all gonna walk off like idiots. Okay, well, you know what? You still have your grenades, so we can hope for the best here. It's kind of difficult to miss. And yet they still somehow managed to do so. Did they make the cheerleaders cheaper? Am I losing my mind? I could have swore they cost 1,000 at one point. I wasn't using them because I assumed I could only afford 3. But if I can afford an entire cheer squad, then we can put them out there with a mace spinner and just have a tornado rip through the place. Hopefully you don't fall off the map. I can't imagine you will. It's pretty narrow corridors. Oh, please tell me this is working. This looks like it's working. Oh, that has to be effective. That's what I'm talking about. Flawless. You see, this is another really unique simulation. It's called Hill, we've never really dealt with elevation in tabs before. It's always been a level playing field. Melee units can run at one another and ranged units can shoot at one another. But in this case, all of the monks are gonna run up over the hill to fight us, but their musketeers can't back them up because they can't shoot through the hill. So we need to try to stay on the other side of the hill for as long as possible. We can get rid of the monks and then we'll get shot at by the musketeers. So we probably want to use ranged units. I don't really know if they can put an arc on their shot. If they can, then this is going to be super overpowered, but if they can't, we might want something else. Oh, bomb throwers can definitely put an arc on their shot, have it roll downhill back on our units. Maybe that's not the greatest idea either. It's worth a try though. I definitely want to see it at the very least. Okay, yeah, they can throw uphill pretty well. My main concern is the harpooners. They definitely put them there so that they can pull our units to the top of the hill to get shot. That is quite the wombo combo. Please throw your bombs up over the hill. Okay, this did not go according to plan at all. I was thinking we could gun down all of the monks pretty quickly, but they're so big and beefy that they just kind of shook off all the fireworks. Crap. A giant Lady Red Jade tornado sounds pretty sweet, but there's a couple of ways that this could fail miserably. Like, one, she could get shot out of the tornado by the musketeers, and then that's a complete failure. Two, she could try to suck up some of these monks and then just fall off the edge. These tornadoes aren't exactly precise. Three, the harpooners might scare her out. I don't really know, to be perfectly honest. Anything can happen at this point. Tabs is completely unpredictable. Good, good. Just keep sucking, you got it, girl. Go for the musketeers, don't let them reload. The last thing I need is them shooting you. You keep getting real close to the edge. No! No, we were so close. Why is it not over? Oh, don't tell me there is some poor crippled cheerleader. Okay, well, they're dead now. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Like, what if we just use regular archers? A lot of regular archers. Could they just blot out the sky with their arrows? I would imagine none of these monks will be able to close the distance. The firework archers, they push and they explode and they're cutesy, but I kind of just want things to die immediately, please. That's all super effective. Good, good. You can keep climbing, I don't care. I'm perfectly fine with them being toe-to-toe to the musketeers. They will fire far sooner than the musketeers will. You just gotta get these monks, guys. This is looking quasi-promising, to be perfectly honest. This might actually work. Yes, yes. These are the kind of odds that I like. Yes. Get them. Thank you. You gotta go simple. You don't need giant magical tornadoes and tanks. You just need arrows. Well, here's a strange one. It's called Port King. They've got knights and a king with priests, skeletons and a swordmaster and ninjas. What a motley crew. I mean, just because they're all different doesn't mean that they can't fall in love. I'm sorry, I can't get fully off Cupid for the rest of the episode. I need to see at least a little bit more. He's such a strange little unit that doesn't seem to have much of an effect on the big boys. Okay, yeah, we might want to up the dosage on those arrows. Crap. I was about to ask how Cupid could possibly have enough firepower to influence a mammoth and a frost giant, but not a knight or a king. And then I realized the 2-inch tall ninja on the other team. His stars are literally bigger than he is. I honestly don't know if that's gonna be an advantage or a disadvantage for the other team. You would think we could just step on him, but at the same time, he's throwing perfectly normal-sized ninja stars. I'm willing to bet they hurt just as much as a regular guy throwing them. We should probably get a pirate queen out there. Her bombs will do a lot of work in these nice clustered fights. And actually, you know what? I'll back her up with a couple of captains. I was gonna say pirate king, but not quite. And see how that does. Okay, the gunshots did not do a whole lot against the shields, but the queen is exactly where I want her to be. Getting sword pelted. Oh, not good, not good. Oh, bombs are good. Bombs are very good. You really gotta get the swordmaster queen. Come on. You can only take so many swords in your gut. Or maybe not, maybe I'm wrong. She seems to be able to take endless, no, now she's dead. Great, they turned the queen into a sword porcupine. These levels are really difficult. They have a king, they have a sword master, so I really wanna use a ballista, but I know if I put it there, it's just gonna turn the slightest amount and then fall off the bridge. So I need to keep it all the way back here, maybe a couple of them all the way back here. So maybe we can lure them to us? Would I be able to bomb them out along the way? That would be pretty helpful. I just need the people fighting. That's the biggest thing, you know? We just need some units, boots on the ground, something like that. Then hopefully the ballistas take their sweet time because I really don't want them fighting quite yet. Come on, bombs! Push them off the bridge, I guess, but they seem to be tickle explosions. Come on, guys. Oh, they're really swinging for you there. Oh my God. These catapults, man. You have got to be kidding me. No, okay, we got the king. I'm assuming control. Yep, I'm sorry, it's gotta be done. I refuse to let this get ruined. Fire, 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 fire. There we go. I don't care. I don't care. Some people think that's cheating. It doesn't matter to me. We won. You know what, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, guys. And don't get me wrong, I do really like it when they release new maps. Like the pirate map was great, the spooky maps are great, but I can have plenty of fun screwing around on a grid, and this has been great. And you get so much more for an update. I think there's like 20-something simulations. So if you guys want to see me return soon, as always, be sure to leave a like in this video, let me know, and I'll be sure to see if I can get through a couple more next time, because I didn't do too well today. But thanks so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.